Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. You might have figured it out by now, but I am testing out a lot of different applications to find which one works for me. The last time I tested out an application called SpaceDuck, which I am a really big fan of, and I will continue to make videos on. But instead of just jumping into the first and best application I could find, like if one application did fit, I would always just jump into that application and start using it. This time I want to test out many more before I decide and really use them for a couple of weeks, a month, because the goal here is to stick with this application for much longer than I have previously been able to with the application I've used. That is why after testing out SpaceDuck, I am now testing out Xtiles. And the main reason for testing out Xtiles is because I wanted a more analog feel. I love this notebook. I do a lot of things in this notebook, and I wanted an application that could feel a little more like this analog method. I don't like everything to be automated, because I want to recommit to my tasks. I want to think about the things I'm doing. If you automate everything, you might just end up keep doing it just because it is a part of your routine. That is what I'm trying to avoid. So let's jump into Xtiles and talk about how I have been using it. First, let's just quickly take a look at the pricing. They have annual and monthly pricing with a free tier, which I'm currently on, gives you 3 personal spaces, 5 pages per workbook, which is just like workspaces. Like this whole thing here is a workbook. You have the starter plan, which gives you unlimited personal spaces and pages, 100 plus premium templates, unlimited storage, recurring tasks, Google Calendar read only. For the Google Calendar full sync, you will need to pay for the plus plan. This is a two-way sync. You also, with that, get linked pages, forms, priority support, timeline view, color customization, my templates, and soon an AI assistant. Monthly, that is $15 each month. So definitely recommend the yearly plan here. Rather than the monthly plan, because the monthly plan is actually quite expensive. But anyways, let's now jump into the application. So I talked about this My Planner experience previously, last week or so, I think, and I was really impressed because the idea here is that I can add tasks everywhere, and whenever I put a due date, so let's say I added a task in my social media, like this task here. Let's say that this was due today. I can add the today, and it should appear that is actually tomorrow. Let's try again. This is today, or so let's jump here again. It will pop up in my tasks. So it will pop up here. If I now move that task, so let's go back actually to here, uh, and let's move it to tomorrow. We will go in here and let's just go to the next day. This is actually today. I'm wrong with the dates, but the point is that it appears here as well. I'm not going to do this today, so let's move this to Saturday the 3rd. And it also shows up in your tasks here. In your, you also have a project page where you can see all of your different projects. This is a database, which I'm not using that much, because this application has databases as well. You can see it with my resources list, and I've done it in this way because I want to be able to filter things. So let's say I'm starting a new project around productivity on this channel. I can then filter all of the things I've read and seen based on productivity. As you can see, I have not moved everything into here yet. I tend to just move a few things in when I'm testing out the application. And if it works out, I will probably add more of the important notes I have. But I've mainly imported my books and I've imported my projects because my projects are really important and I need to stay on top of those. I have one for my day job. I have a one for personal life. So if we jump here, I have like my consumption list right here. I have my wish list right here. So here you can see some of the things I'm wishing for. And instead of going for this like database here where I can also have a Kanban view. Let me go and show you the board view here. Let's do based on tags. You can see that I can do it like that, but I wanted it, as I said, to be more manual. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's delete this. Right click, delete, delete, and let's delete this as well. Uh, as I was saying, I want it to be more manual. The same goes for like my social media stuff. If I open up my, let's do the medium one, you can see that instead of having a database, I just drag things back and forward. And this is really important because it feels much more like my notebook or an analog system. And that is the whole point of testing out Xtiles. It is supposed to feel a little more analog, a little more like a bullet journal. So that is the point of not using those databases as much. There are, of course, places where I think databases are great, like in the project section right here, or as my resources list, because I want to filter out those things. But mostly in like my YouTube videos or my Medium posts, I never want to filter things. There aren't too many tags. And I actually have tried writing a blog post in here as well. It isn't the best experience, but here you can see that it is possible to do long form writing. Wouldn't recommend it, but it definitely is possible to do. Um, so that is how I've been setting things up. I will continue to play around with it. I might change up a few things. But the point here is that it is supposed to look really pretty and it is also supposed to be more analog, but with some of the benefits of digital. The main one being that I can get all of my tasks in here. Uh, because I have tasks coming in from everywhere, from my projects to my day job to social media stuff to personal stuff, and they need to live in different places for it to make sense. At least for me, you might not be that way, but I need my project tasks to live in my projects, and I need my work tasks to live in like my work. Let's call it a folder or a page, and the same goes for social media, but I also want to see all of them at once. So I want to see the tasks that I have for my social media and the tasks I have for my projects from my social media in the same place. So that is really important to me, and that is a feature they have. I will be testing out the Google Calendar integration as well. I probably will not be using this for my general calendar blocking. I think I have another application for that, and I have a whole system around it. So tasks go in here, and then when a task is actually actionable, when I'm going to do it, I move it into my to-do list or a task management tool, and I calendar block it from there. That is just how I have been doing it, but I would like to just be able to see my schedule from this application, because you have a calendar view right here. And here you can see your tasks in a calendar view, and you can also connect the Google Calendar on the paid plan. And I can also hide tasks here as well. So it would be great to be able to see those events in the same place. But I am really excited to try out Xtiles, I think it can offer something that I might need. But we will just have to, or I will just have to try it out and see whether or not this actually works out and the more analog system actually works out. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. As I go through all of these applications, I think I have 1 or 2 to test out. So this year I have tested out Heptabase, I have tested out Milanote, I have tested out SpaceDuck and Xtiles, and I have 1 or 2 more after this video. Then I will have to or after this application, then I will actually have to decide what I am going to use. So it will be really, really exciting. I will be back with an update on Xtile after I've used it for around a month is how long I tend to test out these applications. But that covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching.